So that's what you want to start making?
That would be legit. That'd be useful. If anything, like, since there are different frequencies and whatnot, as far as like with audio or with or just putting something out there that would just be a sound thing. Like I could totally do that.
Like you like the white noise stuff? It was what you mean?
Something similar to it would be like rain is good. Like any of that, yeah, that stuff. Like just some of that with some kind of cool audio. Like if anything, this one would just be like nice, easy. Like
some cool audio effects that you could do.
What's that?
Is like natural sounding audio effects. Like I say natural, but I was gonna bring up fans. Like people love the sound of fans, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and then,
I mean, I literally have that fan. I can just put the phone right there,
and just have that run for like an hour or two, and then
actually even could have it run even longer than an hour. That way, got plenty of footage. One of the things, yeah, you only need 15 minutes or even less, and then at that point, just cut loop or just literally even just doing the one full hour. Yeah, that's perfect too.
Well, I mean, if you could do it naturally, I would just say do it naturally instead of making loops less work on yourself.
That is true. That is very true.
I've literally recorded like 3-hour plus audios and cut it in half and utilize it that way.
Nice. Like it. Word.
I just gotta find the right spots to, break it up at.
Yeah. That way it's like conversations are being split up because, I mean, what we talk about generally, jump from more than one topic, so it makes sense.
That's what's great about being a podcast, because podcasts, everything flows and it's not going to be or it can be, but doesn't necessarily always tend to be about one set topic.
True. Very true.
So that's why I wanted to at least have the podcast, and then I thought it would be hilarious / helpful for some type of frontliner, which CUPISM is our frontliner.
It's not a religion. Just because it has a name that might make it seem like a religion or a philosophy or whatever. It's not. Just live life as love. And fill yourself with love and fill others with love.
Definitely.
Because we're cup-like.
We are definitely cup-like.
All of us.
CUPISM is the word.
Jeez, that's hilarious.
I'm telling you, like, we're gonna have that word where, like, anyone in the world is able to search CUPISM anywhere, and we're gonna pop up. Google, Yahoo, Bing, ChatGPT.
CUPISM started by Smiley and Troll Patrol. And Ash, which happens to actually be a cup. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hilarious. Part of the reason why any organization asks you to give them money and different things is because your subconscious mind believes, oh, I see value here. I'm putting money here. And so at that point, whatever was said, it's supposed to stick more. It's supposed to mean more. It's one of those that it's just, the brain is just like, oh, money is valuable, when it's not. Like, fucking take money out into Africa and try and get along with some lions or chimpanzees or rhinos or elephants. See how far it gets you. Oh, here's my money. Like, yeah, money means nothing. Never has. It's the belief. And that's the part where it's like, man.
I'll go buy a banana and give it to the monkey.
Now that would be a better idea. And here's the thing. If there was a banana around you, you'd probably just give him the banana. You wouldn't even have to give the tree the money. There you go. Because the tree doesn't care about the money. And who cares about the money? It's these brains that walk around.
Yeah. I definitely don't care about money.
Yeah. That's the thing, man, is that how many people thinking money would change their lives for the better have robbed themselves of just actually enjoying because they made themselves a slave to money in their own minds. Like, no more. That's done with. Done with that. I don't wish that on anyone. No more time wasting. No more time wasting. That's dumb. The video you showed is where it's like that Life magazine, some world famous banker went and actually did shrooms, and then he came back and told Life magazine about it, how it changed his life. Would be hilarious if he had taken those shrooms. He's like, oh, this is what we can do to change the world for world peace. And it's like, so that'd be funny if he's like, okay, this might take some time. However, we're going to make it to where everybody realizes none of that matters. It's all about love. How do we do that? Well, because there's that fighting spirit inside of us. Gotta reverse psychology their asses into it.
Definitely reverse psychology.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like it's like, okay, just like with the elephants, like, how do you get an elephant to never like leave its stake? When it's a baby elephant, you just pin it into the ground. Get it whenever it's a little weaker, whenever it's younger, when it doesn't know any better, and then whenever it's older, it just stays to that chain because it's all a powerful chain. Yeah, good job, guys. That's exactly what y'all tried to do to us. It wasn't even them. It was actually just the deceiver. It was unseen forces around us because we were not exercising. Some of us. Part of it comes down to, again, spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity is what brings it about.
Spiritual maturity.
Spiritual maturity, yep. So, everybody manifests. Everybody is a prophet. It's just, they don't necessarily always realize it. Self-fulfilling prophets walking around, speaking without knowing what their own speech does or means or any of those things. And so, this is the fun part, is what essentially, if you think about it, if you were to create everything, and you're like, okay, I would like for all of my creation to actually understand, so you know what? Let's just give them the full-on unload. Let's, like, here you go. Have it your own devices. I'll make sure you don't destroy yourselves, but have it your own devices. That way you realize, wait a minute. Maybe there is an unseen force that we should actually be acknowledging. All of us have a little bit of goodness inside of us. And that's a commonality amongst peaceful places. And that's a commonality amongst the people that are in warfare, that are seeking peace. Maybe there's something to that. And so then you get all these organizations set up, all these secret societies set up. And even those secret societies, it's actually pretty freaking brilliant to make it to where you make yourself seem all big and bad and all that. And then what happens is once people are like, you know what? Are you really that big and bad? And then they start doing their own spiritual searching and everything. Like, oh, now I get it. It's like, you sneaky reverse psychology turd monkeys. And actually, it wasn't even their idea. They just got the idea from God. And God put it inside and said, you know what? These are my plans. This is how it's going to go. And essentially just showing people just pieces of it. And everyone's just doing their part until it comes to the point that God just wakes up in everybody. And everybody's like, oh, that's what I was doing this whole time. Literally life and death, blessing and cursing is in the power of the tongue. And at that point, change your ways. Everybody. And it actually only ever took one person, which that was already done, so we're good. So, this is chill mode, man.
What is that?
Carliandinia, Mugwort, and Blue Lotus.
Beautiful.
Yep, all 100% natural herbs.
I ever what?
Never mind. It's one of those that it's like, you know what? Never mind about those.
Dang, I wanted to hear about it. It's unfortunate.
Anyone that tries to sell you something, saying that it is your life, it's going to take all of that kind of stuff like that, it's like, that's a pretty big claim there, bud. A pretty big claim trying to dangle something over me. Who gave you that authority? Do you have authority? Yeah. Oh, you want this? Oh, it grew out of the earth. Oh, but it's illegal. According to who? Fuck yourself. Retract that. Take that back. Didn't mean, hey, you can. Oh, that's really pretty, by the way. Really pretty background.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Groot.
Indeed. For real though, bro?
What's that?
Dylan is legit. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Sometimes some people are like, oh, just a little bit of proof helps, you know? For me, I've seen all the proof I need, dude. It's like, what? Oh, he had said something. There was something, oh my gosh. There was something that happened, and I was like, it's like, oh, I'm surprised. And it's like, bro, when you literally have the person you're playing pool against ask, can he see? After you've made shots, like after the game was done, is like, bro, quit lying to yourself, man. Allow for it to. Oh, dude. I say that. No, it's not even lying to yourself. It's one of those where it's like, it's awesome getting to see people come to the conclusions that they're always meant to come to. It's always awesome getting to see. It's like if you saw like a baby deer wobbling And then now you see that there's a big old rack, buck just frolicking along, getting ready to go, find a doe, like, it's like, oh, so majestic. And it's like, yes, finally, dude. Like, go, baby birds. Oh, yeah, there you go.
What is that?
Bird. I mean, pub mix. Huh, it's weird. He didn't question when I said it was bird food. He still ate it off the ground. He's still not using his hands. Something about that. Gracias, dude.
There you know.
That's an amazing part. Even El is a name of God. So, like, in Spanish, like, he is El. So, there you go. It's fun.
L is also the name of the bad guy on an animation.
The letter L. And actually, he was the
good guy. But I call him bad guy.
He was the antagonist to the... And even the protagonist was like... It was honestly, dude, like... That's... After having all of the... You know how you've seen me, like, all of that now? It's like... That's why. Because literally there's the karma. Like... What's his name? He was named Light. He called himself Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally, he was exercising karma and certain ways. He was judging when he shouldn't have been judging. That's why, Farouk? No, what's his name? The freaking...
I ended up having the anime get told to me by accident.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ending, I was in the middle of it, so I just didn't
finish it.
I'd
be up for watching it because first of all, you know how it's going to end whenever literally this death god is like, hey, you can use this death note, but you're going to die. You're going to lose years from doing it. Okay, I'll save the world. Okay. This is fun for me. Well, I love apples.
He loves that.
Like, he was obviously gonna die. Like, literally, you have the Shinigami, a death god, telling you, hey, you're gonna die if you do this. Like...
But I didn't want to know how he died or what led up to his death.
It's one of those that I know that there are some other detectives that popped in and started taking... And it's having seen the things that he... Like, how he started to become a monster, it's like... Honestly, I you know what? Actually, because I haven't even finished it. It's already past. It's 3:33, by the way.
What does that mean?
It means I have to go. In order for me to continue listening to what I was listening to, it would behoove me to go to the tele device, swipe the off, and then push the start button. In order to not keep hearing this alarm, like...
It's hilarious.
So...
That is hysterical. I wonder, hey, try this. Are you able to hold the button for Google? Could you be like, Google turn off alarm?
So I know the middle button... Hang on, let's just do if I just tap it. Hey, Google, stop alarm. Sweet. Thanks. Oh. See, it was good that I sat there and just talked it out for a second. And it's like, I guess, and then there we go.
Yeah.
And I didn't say I had to go do that. I didn't even, had I not stopped and actually spoke it out, I would have just gotten up without saying anything, gone and turned it off and turned it on, probably fucked around out there and came back in here. Instead, I get to chill here. Sweet.
Yep. Fucking corny.
Corny's great. He's just always chilling. Always a smile on his face, always chilling.
He's just secretly there and doesn't bother no one, but he's just...
You got this. Come on now. He's not judging, he's encouraging.
Yep.
He's letting you know. It's like, you can do better. Thanks, corny. Gosh, dog, he's so corny. Gosh, dog, get it? It's a corn dog. Corny, a corny corn dog. Gosh, dog, that's a corny corn dog. Corn.
I don't get it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I get it.
Word.
Did you know bird is a word?
Everybody talks about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Word. It's a good one. Everybody talks. Oh yeah, because he goes right back and it's like, bro, like he gets crunk on that one. It's like, dang, dude, like he's just going to town. It's like, word, dude, bird, bird is the word. Like, dang, it hits. I like it.
Yes, sir. Me too.
You know, that's the thing too, is like bird chirping, like, you know, types of birds, because anyways, just birds being out and about in nature doing their thing, like just singing, it's like, okay, that's beautiful, that's divine. It's like, you know what if literally just the tones in and of itself, like there's got to be something to that. It's like, yeah, man, we're all just a vibration, or we're all just beings of energy that just walk around in these bodies. And so it's like, yeah, dude, word. Dang it. I went back to the bird part.
Right.
It's good. It's good.
We could drive to some flowing water and record that for audio. Like a creek or a waterfall or...
Actually, yeah. And actually what's really cool is that one of my sisters, she actually likes to she just goes out to nature and records that stuff all the time. I could literally say, hey, I could just ask her, hey, could you just record 1 solid hour and just send it to me? Perfect. She'd do it. She can even get the video part of it too. Like if she's actually a creek or whatever, like, so sweet. Yeah. Word. And also on top of that, I could probably record that tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Next time I decide to go back down to towards like down south, Salado, then I can actually record, because they have some waterfalls out there, and they have some chill. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, got chill spots. You think that one spot that we would always DoorDash to, and I'd like, hey, that park is legit, totally going out there someday. You think do they have a waterfall over there?
Yeah.
They do? Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sweet. Word.
And I know where that park's at. My sister's been there. She took my nieces. They don't like that park for some reason. Oh yeah, they got attacked by ducks. they were trying to feed the ducks, and the ducks started attacking.
They say animals can sense fear. I mean, I wonder why. Well, there we go. Oh, that's great, man. Yeah, it's literally vibes, dude. So
that's literally the reason they don't like that park is because the ducks attacked them. And I think it's so hilarious.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Partially adorable, but more hilarious.
Yeah, it's absolutely adorable and hilarious. Like your nieces are adorable, dude. Oh my gosh. So sweet. Dude, whenever we're over at tennis, Dylan, there's this little girl. She was like, she was hanging out with her mom. She's like, listen to Dylan. She's like, Mom. And so she went and talked to her mom and all that. Anyway, and then, so as we're, doing the ball, she's going and picking the balls up and bringing them over, like they're foam balls with like little bell inside of them.
Yeah.
And she go bring them.
I walked with Dylan from this house to
over there to tennis. Yeah. I didn't realize that. He never said anything about that. That freaking nerd. Anyway, that's cool. I didn't know you did that. That's cool as all get out. Why didn't you tell me? Okay, that's cool. Anyway. So, that's awesome. I'm glad. Okay, cool. I'm glad I actually got to go then. That's cool. So you've gotten to see. It's fun. It's super cool, dude. I'm telling you, man.
The lady that he hangs out with, the older lady, the one that is kind of the main one that runs everything, she gave us a ride back.
Oh, sweet. Oh, okay. That's what's up. So Claire. She's already been over here then. She's dropped him off. Okay, cool. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, she was there along with, who else was with her? We'll see him next week. Then I'll be like, oh yeah, it'll get solidified in my mind. Anyway, so when we were on our way back, the little girl grabs Dylan's hand and starts leaving, and I was like, oh my god! And I just look at Dylan's face, and he's like, and so whenever we're at the gas station, he's like, dude, that little girl took my hand. That was so adorable. I was like, I know, bro. That was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, man. So, that was so freaking sweet. See, that's oh god, dude. Yeah. Oh, that was so sweet. So heartwarming, dude. Purity, man. Just innocence, love, purity. Good, dude. Keep spreading love. Keep purity. Relaxed, chilled. Good vibes, man. Attract what you are. Put out what you desire. Be what you desire. Attract what you desire. Because it's one of those that if you can imagine it, it exists. It's just like the rule of the internet. If it exists, there's a porno of it. Oh, in that case, imagine the infinite possibilities of whatever you desire. Just because you desired it, it exists. And so it means it could come to you. At that point, how does it feel like it's yours? Does it feel like it's true? How would it feel having it? Are you the person that would have it or not? Who is that person? Or how are they different from you right now? How are you different from them right now? Oh, wait, you're the same human being? At that point, your mindset. Get your mindset as the same as that person. And what happens is it comes to you easier. Just like you saw me parking, over on the side, waiting for the wood chips. And as soon as I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm done. I'm done trying to do it. I'm done waiting. I was done waiting because it popped up right as I did. See, it's one of those. Once we stop the waiting,
you were asleep and I had to.
That's what I'm saying. It was one of those that literally I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm parking here. I'm done waiting. I declared I was done waiting. I went to sleep, subconscious mind, and then coincidence, it happened. You're like, dude, it's so funny that just as you did that, you knocked. You're like, hey, you got your key. You told me that. I was like, ha, of course. And now, in retrospect, that was literally, yeah, that made sense. That's cool. It's cool. Yeah. So it's literally even just like with working out is just a form of manifestation. You're exercising your belief, you're doing the action, and you're becoming more and more familiar with it. You're getting enveloped in the culture, and you're doing the things that the person would do those things, and then you are that person because you identify with that person. It's just like, what is it? It's literally as if you're just going to school, or if you're going for some kind of a job or a career or some training. It's literally like, oh, what's that? You want to be a firefighter? Oh, what's that? You want to be a police officer, EMT? Oh, you want to be a nurse? Oh, you want to be a doctor? You want to be any of these? Okay, we have to go to schooling. Oh, you want to be an electrician? You have to go to the schooling. What happens is you're seeing what they do, you're doing what they do, you're becoming familiar, you're starting to learn to speak like they speak, and then lo and behold, you are now enveloped and pulled into, boom, now you are that.
I mean, you're saying the word have to, but in today's technology, everything can be taught yourself, so...
And you know what?
Everybody already knows that. It's just a lot easier having a teacher explaining stuff and to correct actions that may be done incorrectly, and there might be a trade or trick that is not necessarily shown right away, or, like stuff like that.
True. That's where, having the feedback is always helpful. So the thing is that everybody learns with extra ways in so many ways. So with that, to sit there and try and say, oh, I don't learn that way. It's like, you learn in so many ways. So, some people have preferences in different areas. Whenever you're able to utilize multiple learning methods on the same thing at the same time, it helps it to be even more solidified. It helps it even stronger.
I was just bringing up the fact that the saying having to, but it's not like these people are being forced to, they're choosing to.
Yeah. I meant to say that the having to, I meant to say it with quotes. I meant to say it in a not sarcastic, but more like facetious. I have to do this. Just like how people are like, oh, I have to go to work. It's like, no, you don't. You got people living on welfare. They're not going to work. You got people that are millionaires. They're not going to work.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the school stuff, no one is saying besides like before adulthood, they're like, why do I have to do this? But after adulthood, no one is saying I have to do this. They're just choosing to do it. Yeah. I feel like.
With everything, really, it all does come down to a choice. So everybody is choosing, period. If you're going along with something, you're choosing to go along with it. So at that point, and the thing is that we all naturally passively learn anyway from like just being around each other, from, that's the natural feedback. So what happens is people mature out of not seeing the value in learning. And then at that point, or they see value in learning something. With schools, honestly, the grading system and all of that, and like a lot of that is not set up in such a good way. Like,
yeah, I definitely agree.
I feel that education should not be a competition.
Yeah.
That's literally what they've been doing. Good Lord, why? Wow, that just dawned on me. I was thinking about that too. Like, in school, I'd be like a B and C student, sometimes an A's in certain classes if I liked the class. And then whenever I ended up, I went to TSDC, I went to college for making games and whatnot, and then ended up doing, after getting that degree, which is associates in Orlando. After getting that degree, associate's degree, ended up going for the Navy. Well, even having doing my medical training, which just for certificates. Yeah, I even only volunteered with with the certificates. and then doing the ASVAB, the hardcore Navy military test and all that, and ended up scoring high enough that they asked me to be a nuclear engineer, like in their nuclear engineering program or whatever. And it's like, you talking to me? What? Huh? I like potatoes, man. What you talking about, dude? Like, would you like some pizza? I make pizza. Like, it's like, me do nuclear engineering stuff? Like, what? Like, wow.
They want you to go be a guinea pig.
Yeah, screw that mess. Yeah. And then I was like, well, that's cool. And then they showed me the periodic table, usually it's, oh, yeah. And this thing's like this. I'm like, what? How? What? And I was like, even asked me into the office, nice chair. Here, take a seat. All this. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And it's like, oh, yeah, you like to do that, even all this money. And I'm like, nah, I still just want to do my medical reserve.
Do you mind passing me the gummies underneath the Ritz?
Not at all.
Would you like a pack? Or a fruity snack?
Okay right now. Thank you. I would later. Yes.
Is later now.
Later than now. Boom. Now at that point, next time you ask now, is it later than now?
How about now?
Later than how about now?
Okay. And then
later than and then. And then.
Howdy, neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor. Dude, this is such a cool background. That's definitely got to be. I feel that there should be a special episode that uses this background. Maybe
what are
one
you talking about?
of
The Eternal Echo?
yeah. I think that'd be legit. That'd be pretty legit.
I mean,
Legit.
there's someone that I feel like goes by the name of Smiley that was thinking about designing something like this. So, if Smiley was to
Design something like this. I could see that.
I would see Troll Patrol going about.
Pumping that puppy on in there.
Yeah.
Word.
I definitely am Groot.
You could honestly could probably even make this and like what are those slideshow freaking programs?
I'm not sure what slideshow program.
I mean, what PowerPoint?
PowerPoint.
Back when PowerPoint was such a big deal, because this really is like you could make just one. It's essentially just a spiral of one image with it being dissected into those, like it's just showing part of it all over at certain times.
Yeah,
which honestly is brilliant.
They're also changing, like the.
What I'm saying is like it's basically just one, like it's just one image, and what it's doing is only showing a part of it at a time, but then it's mirroring all of that part as that part is going through, rotating it through, as if it was a clock or counterclockwise or whatever. Clockwise, counterclockwise, like that's it's.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm just also bringing up the fact that it's changing images.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. There's like, so it's even bigger. It's like wider. Like, oh goodness, dude. Sweet. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's a whole lot to it.
But, just to research it and figure out what is needed to go into it, I don't feel like it should be too challenging.
Not at all. Very easy. God, dog, it's so pretty. It's like mesmer. Don't go in the light. I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
Yep.
Such a good movie.
Very good. Has it taken your soul yet?
There's an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Frank is he's acting like he's this super art connoisseur, and like it's part of one of their little whatever goofy ass skiing things that they do, one of their adventures. He goes in there and he sees this one piece of art. He's like, wow. And like it just blows his mind. It's such a good episode. Like, oh, dude, Danny DeVito is one of the best actors of all time, dude. He is so hilarious. Just an amazing human being. He's so great. He's so funny. He just gets into it, and he is his own, like, God, dog, bro. Oh, that was one of the best moves they could have ever made. With because actually he wasn't in season 1. Originally the way they started it, It's Always Sunny was, I believe they had made just like a little prototype episode or like a video or something like that. It was just them three, and it was Charlie's character ended up getting cancer. And he went to go, or like, what was it? And his neighbor, which was like Dennis, had a neighbor, ends up coming over to borrow some sugar.
Obey, he started with how did the neighbor?
How did neighbor? We should watch that to find out. And he goes in there, and then Charlie's like, "Oh yeah, man, just went to the doctor and found out diagnosed with cancer." And then he's like, "Oh." So, can I borrow that sugar? Like, he just, it's just a little rough right now. I could really use a little bit of time. I was like, yeah. So that's sugar. It's like, bro, completely disregarding. And so, apparently that was enough for FX to be like, you guys are great. And so they got hired. They ended up saying, hey, bring on some more episodes. And that actually, they brought that episode, or they made that what do they call it? Pilot episode? They made that pilot episode into an episode later on down the line, which was great. Or at least part of an episode. It's good. Anyway, the first season, they didn't have Frank in there. And then, I believe it was like one of Danny DeVito's like grandkids or something, or maybe even kids, who knows? Someone ended up, might have been, it was a relative or someone younger was like, hey, like, we love this show. You should go audition. And he's like, oh, all right. And so he just went for it. And they're like, yes. And so when he shows up in season 2, bro, it's like, that was the thing. I remember they were showing It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia back on Fox 44. Way back. Back in the early 2000s. Good Lord, has it been that long? It has. Because I remember my mom watching it on this tiny TV in the bedroom. And yeah. And I remember seeing that commercial. It's like, huh. And so, it's a fun show. It's funny. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was Danny DeVito, like, whenever they were showing, like, season 2 of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Danny DeVito opens door, like, what the hell do you want? And it's like, whoa, Danny DeVito's in this? And for me, who I knew Danny DeVito as was, first off, the Penguin. So at that point, it's like, oh, he's acting as a penguin? Is the penguin supposed to be? It's like, oh, yeah, he's okay. So you already kind of built a character around. And then you see, actually, No, that was probably, I think, saw him. So there's as the Penguin, as the dad in Matilda. He is the twin of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Twins. Actually, that might have been the first place I ever saw
That's
him.
a hilarious movie.
Yeah. They're both so great, dude. They're great actors.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. Oh.
I've definitely seen that movie. I haven't seen the other ones. And I haven't seen It's Sunny in Philadelphia.
Bro. Oh, it's hilarious. It's so ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. You hadn't seen that Batman? It was Batman, Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. That's how it's set up. Anyways, you hadn't seen Batman Returns? With Michael Keaton? It's good. It's real good. Michael Keaton, great Batman. Let's see here. There was the second dude that took over, and it didn't fit right because, first of all, like, he was blonde, and it's like, Bruce Wayne's not blonde in the comics, man. Like, I'm not buying it. Like, it's like, this is supposed to be a comic book movie. That means you're adapting from the comic book. Anyway. And, like, let me think here. Thinking of characters. Like, Jimmy Olsen and Superman. Redhead. I would never imagine him to be a brunette. I would never imagine him to be anything other than just some redhead, because that's Jimmy Olsen. That's his character. That's how the character was made. Like,
is that the show or the movie?
Jimmy Olsen was he's this young reporter that also works with Clark Kent at the Daily Planet. He's like his buddy, you know, like Superman shows up and saves him and Jimmy doesn't even know it's him basically most of the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's just a little redhead guy. Let's see here. There's that one. There's him. Let's see here. Honestly, Al Simmons, Spawn. There was a point whenever he went off, and then some other dude ended up getting the Spawn, becoming the new Spawn, and he didn't last long. It was some white dude that woke up in a hospital, which actually was kind of interesting. I would say it was more like Matrix-y in certain regards, now that I really think about it, because I believe that he ended up going, like, Al, like, basically, that was Spawn, a version of Spawn, but Spawn got to come, like, Al came back, and, as Spawn, which, honestly, dude, he's freaking legit, great, like, awesome series. That's one thing I'd actually say, too, that Danny DeVito, it always felt like he could have played as the clown in the Spawn. Like, you remember the Spawn movie from the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like thoroughly, but...
You remember the short clown that turned into the big demon and all that?
Mm.
I guarantee if you saw at least... Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, you'd recognize the clown. You're like, the clown! He's like, oh, come on, Spawny! Let's see here. Who did his voice? Or who played his son? That was some Leguizamo. The guy that played as Sid the Sloth in Ice Age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was the clown.
That's awesome.
It was very awesome because what he did was he's let me think here. He's fit. He's maybe just shy of 6 foot and he's fit. And then you see him play as this short, fat, stubby clown. And the way they did it was like so brilliant. Like because he basically, all he did was basically just walking around like this the whole time. And he had a fat suit on. And it's so good because it makes sense too, because then he transforms into clown. It's like, good Lord, man. That was such a good movie. Such a good movie.
Definitely a great movie.
Freaking Michael J. White, bro. Amazing martial art. One of my favorite actors. He's the guy who played, you know who he is, right?
Yes.
Black Dynamite. He's freaking Black Dynamite. He is Spawn. Oh, dude, have I seen? What was it? Have I seen him in? Was he in a Universal Soldier movie at all or not? Let's see here, because I wasn't paying attention to actors' names all that much. No, he was not. The only actors I really knew was Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm thinking as far as when I was a kid. Even Superman's actor's name would escape my mind at those times, which is Christopher Reeves. Let's see here. No, he's not in Universal Soldier. And I'm thinking of a preview of whenever he was alive in the Spawn movie, because he used special forces in that. Okay. Thinking back and remembering, like, as a kid, you would see previews all the time. You'd hear different snippets of different, like, you know, greatest hits from the 70s, greatest hits from the 80s, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, they'd always have those, you know, 60s, you know, like, you know, 50s, you know, like they do all the classic music and all that. Like, they had a lot of those commercials on TV all the time. Anyway, so just seeing previews, movie previews, because that's what they do, the VHS tapes that actually have previews of movies at the beginning, before the movie, as you, I'm sure you knew. Yeah, of course. Anyway, and so it's one of those where it's like, oh yeah, I remember seeing the preview, and then I remember finally seeing the movie, and so piecing together what you remember seeing, basically. It's yeah. Yeah, man, this background is literally mesmerizing.
You're getting absorbed into it.
What do? I just like just disappeared. Like,
started fizzling away.
Yeah, just like staring at it. Yeah. What would you do?
I would join you.
Sweet. I mean, yeah, I guess you're kind of stuck, because you'd have to, because I literally said you're my spirit guide, and I thought I was just being funny. No. Word. I like how those kind of look like mushroom stalks, you know? And then they're gone. Then this looks like a bunch of, like, tentacle or something. That kind of reminds me of like a Medusa-y kind of a feel.
Those reminded me of the Venice flytrap.
Oh, I could see that. Right here, that looks like the top of the Predator's head, and it's gone. Like that, the big, deep purple parts.
Yeah.
Like the mask.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool stuff, man. It's cool stuff. And that's where it transitions, where they have them one on top of the other one. Which, that's actually another cool trick too. That's a good way to actually not have to worry about looping and just have more than one. Then you can actually utilize, like you said, there's more than one image. Like, yeah, that's transitions, man. Being able to utilize them for video editing transitions. Quick, easy ones. Word.
Word is the bird.
Caw. Turkey. Yeah. Brendan Fraser in George of the Jungle, absolutely amazing. He's an amazing actor too. I always loved Brendan Fraser's acting. I just love Brendan Fraser's acting. I love Brendan Fraser. God bless Brendan Fraser. Yeah. God bless us, everyone.
I just realized Ash has been watching the TV this whole entire time. I wonder how well he is doing.
Just gonna let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Dude, you might have just mind fucked Ash, bro.
Like, he kind of mind. I mean, I feel like maybe
it's therapeutic.
Maybe someone else set it up that way because the battery got plugged in.
Oh snap! Oh snap! Hey, buddy. Hello? Can you imagine from his point of view, like, just sees us. Hello. Like, I am the cop. It's like, Ash? Like,
I've been the cop the whole time.
It was so simple. The files are in the computer. It's so simple. I've got all these files to bring this mother down, and 30 years of files to bring this Mugatu down. Where'd all the files go? Oh, good Lord, I love Zoolander. It's such a good movie. Oh. Awesome.
Very good movie.
Yeah. My favorite comedy, for sure. Zoolander 1 and Zoolander 2.
That cup just, that 2-liter just moved.
Did it again. Word.
That foot just moved.
Oh, I believe you. It's like, oh, you're right, Captain. Oh, that's great.
Did anyone ever get you with the strength test where they say hold your arm like this and try to pull as hard as you can?
I learned pretty well. No, I might have done that to you the other day, actually, because like you were like, there was something I just like let it go back at you. It was either you or Steven.
Definitely wasn't me.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, I literally just did that the other day, and I thought I was like, no one saw that one coming. And you just mentioned it, like, yep, I've done it. Oh man. All hail Hypnotoad. And people are just like, so good. Oh man, this is a good episode.
Definitely a good episode.
Oh my gosh, dude. I wonder how many views and how much money someone's made just by putting Hypnotoad on YouTube and looping it. Actually, people do that with music all the time, too. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude, people just, they take whatever. Holy cow.
Yep.
It's not a
I
bad...
mean, look what we got on the TV.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why my mom taught me, listen to your heart, not your head, because the brain can be easily distracted.
Oh, yeah. That's why I just entertain the eyeballs. Don't you hear me say it all the time?
I do. It's one of those that, like, yeah, that makes sense. That's legit. Literally, it's like existence was Pandora's box kind of opening up. It's like, all right, here you go. You done with it? All right, cool. Now you can close the box. It's like, oh, sweet. Or now it's like, hey, now you're desensitized to all that. Now, relax. Here you go. You know, now you realize, oh, wait a minute. My Vinky was the key the whole time. That's a gold member. It's like you get to realize and understand, oh, wait a minute. I was in my own way that whole time? I had the key, I had the power the entire time? Oh, yeah. Sweet. Time to start using this the right way then. Yeah, man. I feel like that one was
I just broke the code, but I see what you mean.
What you mean?
Okay. So it's a stock image, and they cut triangles out, and then it just spins.
Yep. And then they've got certain points
And
where
then at certain points, the stock image at the back transitions to a slightly different style.
Yep. Which is legit. And that's the thing, too, is like, you eventually notice it, but then you're like, oh, wait a minute. That's literally just a part of it, too. I don't think it's bothered Ash yet. Was he drooling?
Yeah, he's been drooling the whole time.
Anyway. It was pretty peaceful. He hasn't complained about, ASHES. Yeah, in a while.
Because he has eyeballs and he has seen this being
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I don't know. Do you think he's actually drawn in? Like, you think if we were to just like,
I think if the TV was to shut off, he'd freak out.
Probably. There's another one, buddy. Oh, gosh. Uh-huh. There you go, bud. Just, don't rust my freaking dryer. Anyway.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You tell Ash the bee's knees.
The bee's knees. Would be hilarious is if someone got paid, or if you started a stream and ended up getting paid while you are just watching one of your own videos that's like this, and that the stream is just you watching the video for however long you choose to, like every day. That's it.
They would do it.
You think people would actually watch that for whatever reason?
1,000%. They would question if you're real, and then you would talk back to them. And
yeah, real for sure. What's the username? Okay, that's the one. Yeah. They literally do like the British guards, where they like try and just mess with them as they just stand there the whole time. Yeah. By the way, the only reason that those guys ever pass out is because they buckled their knees. Don't buckle your knees. Bend your knees a little bit.
I mean, it's the same thing with driving. You can't drive a certain way
the whole time. Yeah, for too long.
Yeah.
So part of the reason that if you're standing up completely straight, like for extended amount of time, is that there's certain blood vessels or there's certain arteries that, you're kind of, whenever your knees are bent, ever so slightly, like right now, like how I'm just standing here, not doing that part. Like, this is the natural position of standing. It's not getting, cut off, pinched off ever so slightly. But if you stand up straight and you lock your knees, then you're actually starting to slowly cut off circulation. And so that's why, that's why, like, during my training and all that, like, that was one of the things that everyone was, if there's long ceremonies, there were two people that were on guard to simply go and pick up anybody that passed out during formation. That's it. Like, that was their job. As a matter of fact, actually, there was a Marine ceremony that I went to, which is pretty legit, actually. It was really cool. And that was actually my job, was to make sure that no one did, which thankfully everyone was good. I think one person might have. Someone brought them over to me. I just made sure they woke up, they were good, hydrated, and like, yeah, I just locked my knees, didn't hydrate. It's like, it's all good, homie. Good deal. It's better that happen right here for your own sake so that you're able to, it's preventative. That's perfect. It was a learning experience and everyone's good. And it's one of those that you didn't get in trouble. You're good. Perfect. Now, you don't have to stand there anymore. So, yeah.
I couldn't have been a medic. I would have been making fun of them while healing.
They like it. Like,
it's like, hey, dumbass. You didn't know you shouldn't be standing like that?
Oh my gosh. So there's all sorts of different types, and you get to hear about all of them. The Marines, they talk about their different medics, they talk about their different docs, and so it's one of those where, like, you're gonna go to a unit that appreciates that. Or you're gonna get kicked out of the, like, that'd be one of those that you'd probably do pretty okay with. They'd probably love you, actually. Like, you'd probably be a good. I could imagine that, because you would be straight to the point with doing things. Part of the thing is that you are teaching them to be able to take care of themselves first of all, and then take care of each other. And so that's a beautiful thing, is that, honestly, like, yeah. I'm absolutely 100% excited and proud and glad. I say proud. I'm grateful that I did actually choose the path that I chose.
Well, everything that you to where you are right now. Had you said you didn't like any path, then you wouldn't be where you are right now.
That is
The
true.
butterfly effect.
Yeah.
And cut off one simple fly and affect the bird, and then that bird affects the next bird, and then the next bird affects the next animal.
That's part of it too. That's what you would call the domino effect on that part. So that's interesting. So chaos theory utilizes a long domino effect because it's what it is. Is like it's literally over a period of time that seems
I was
random.
just exaggerating it, but it is the domino effect. But I was just exaggerating.
Yeah, well, you were giving it extra life and extra meaning, so that's pretty cool. That's funny. So I ended up stopping at the gym. Just it's like, well, you know what? I gotta pee. The gym is right here. I have the membership for the rest of the until sometime in next month. So screw it. I'm running there, take a piss, and maybe see about get a quick little workout in. It's like, oh yeah, one of my favorite things is the rope machine. Went to the one that already had it set on 7. I'm like, all right, sweet. Like, okay, this thing used to kick my ass, but then I started getting good at it. Let's see how it is now. I'm like, this is easier than before. And I'm like, cool. And then I was like, oh, there's the monkey bars. Like, screw it. Headphones. Huh. That was something I couldn't even do as a kid. I used to get in my own head about that. It's like, wow, sweet. Well, I'm not going back across. I did it once. That's all I needed. I was sweet. I moved on to the next thing. All right, let's check these 50-pounders out.
You just gotta go to the playground now.
Yeah. That's I literally, as soon as I saw those monkey bars, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna go to a freaking park or playground or something like that. You got everything you need to work out anywhere. Like you, literally, it's like you don't need a gym membership.
I was gonna say you can
monkey bar it up.
Show the little kids up.
Go back to the playground of my childhood, to the monkey bars that ended up, scarring me for life. And it's like, I'm back. Kids are like, oh, I'm like, yeah. I was like, you can do it. Your ex gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you. Show up like just super swole, like even just buy a muscle suit just to make it even, like just start doing steroids, that whole deal. It's like, you can do it one day too, kids. Just remember that. I can already do it now. Whatever. I can too. I can too now. Future generations, finally, the monkey bars will no longer be a challenge for mankind.
And you just standing
I'm just... Yeah, because they're shorter when I was small. Honestly, I literally, when I was doing it, I was like, just think of it like you're walking. And I was like, oh, that makes it a lot easier. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean. Monkey bars.
There's a new movie named Monkey Man.
It's actually based off of a comic, Marvel Comics, as a matter of fact. It's actually there was even a cartoon movie that came out a couple of years prior. So this is a live action version. Essentially, in the cartoon or in the anime or in the comic, there's an assassin that goes up and meets these monkeys, and essentially one of the monkeys sees him doing all this cool assassin stuff, and he's like recovering and all this, and then he gets killed, and then the monkey is like. And the monkey's village got killed too. Like they came to kill that guy and they killed all his village. And he's like, mm-mm. So he took what he learned from that guy. Literally the monkey see, monkey do. And so that monkey just dresses up and then just goes out and on a vengeance spree because he learned from an assassin. And so it's just
Does he ever learn how to talk?
No. He's just a monkey just chilling, dude. It's great.
Dang, dude.
He maybe at some point, but I mean, other than that, it's just a monkey that just goes out assassinating bad guys. Like, because it's like, nope, I don't like what you guys do. You came to my turf. It's like, we're just gonna exterminate the bad guys. And it's like, you go, monkey, you go. And so the fact that they made a live action, I'm not watching any previews. Actually, I've only seen a little bit and like no more.
Yeah, I've only seen snippets.
It looks. I'm excited.
I'm trying to stay away from Shadow 2.
Yeah, it's. I'm excited because it's one of those that like, yeah. We'll leave it at that. It's one. When does it come out?
I'm not sure. Speaking of a badass movie, you seen Tulsa King, right?
Heard of it. Hadn't seen it though. Not
it's I want to say it's the Sylvester Stallone series.
Oh, I have heard about that. Okay. Oh, okay.
And I watched the first season and been waiting on the second season. The second season is out.
Sweet. Okay.
So I'm gonna be on that.
Word.
And I was actually on F Movies for like an hour and a half, just like on both devices doing stuff, and I was supposed to have put on Tulsa King, but I forgot what I was gonna put on, so it was just like
you were sitting there staring at. There's something I'm supposed to be doing with this. Like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, earlier, you remember when I came in here looking for my phone?
Mm-hmm.
What did I say and what happened right afterwards? Where's my phone? It's in the last place you look for it. Ask, you shall receive. So me, it's okay, where's my phone? At that point, it's the last place you look for it. Oh!
Yeah. I just didn't care to go forward about.
Yeah. That's just funny at that point. That's a good innocent fun comedy one. But I mean, I say all of that as a little a snippet that you can utilize for your own sake at some point if you're or whenever you are excited about remembering something or looking for something. But no, that's hilarious. That's awesome. I like that.
It was funny because I didn't realize that had happened until I brought up Tulsa King.
I like that. That is funny.
Because that's actually what happened. Like, I forgot what.
Did you put anything on for those 2 hours?
Oh, hour and a half, roughly. It might not even been an hour and a half. It
was longer than necessary. I say longer than necessary. It was an extended period of time that you just had nothing on while you're thinking, what was I going to put on?
Well, I was definitely doing stuff on the 2 tablets.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were just like.
No, I wasn't.
It's like
for an hour and a half. No, not that. But
I was gonna say that we've all been there. So like that's fine. Anyways, okay. I like to think of it like that. Anyway, but you're doing other stuff. Oh, that's hilarious. Word.
Because I'm still figuring out which route is going to be the best route for this tablet.
I feel like doing more of that one is a good idea too. Let's see here. What would be a good idea is
It's definitely like I'm definitely having it run stuff right now, and
Yeah, you're not waiting to decide on it. Yeah, it's just one of those that you're like, which one would be the best one?
It's running a software right now,
Yeah,
just
I see it.
not that software and not the game. But I only run the game whenever I go to sleep or if after sleep it's needed, which usually is not needed.
How long do you usually have it going for before you would like do the like? Okay, I mean, what you usually let it run for how much time generally every day?
So I'm not sure how long I sleep for.
Varies.
Yeah.
Same with me, as you've noticed. Very sporadic sleep schedule. I love it. I say sporadic. It's my timing, which is nice to say. Generally doing things when I actually am excited about the plan.
But I usually keep the charger next to the phone and plug it in.
Word. That's what's up. They'll let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Sweet. Smart.
I actually enjoy the limiter, but then I don't enjoy the limiter because then if there was no limit on it, people could abuse the game.
Mm-hmm.
But since there is a limit, it's more of a everyone can have a slice of the pie.
Mm.
Even if it's like a small slice.
So you're in a fairly good spot on it then. It's good. It's a good place to be where you're like, I like it, but it's like, yeah, you know what? It's still not a bad thing. At least you're seeing positives in it. That's good. I like that. Now, what you could do is imagine if they updated it a way that would be even more beneficial for you and still stay in that same fair way. What kind of updates do you imagine could be? Could you imagine? What would you like? How do you like it right now? How could it be better in certain regards in your own? If you were a playtester for that game, what would be some useful feedback? Or what are some things that you would like to see in it?
I mean, there's nothing I would change about it.
You wouldn't add any extra cool features that you could think of?
I think it's
set up just right.
Yep.
Good deal. Well, if there is something that you would like to see in it, I imagine it would pop up pretty quick. Or if there's a new feature that popped up and it was good, I imagine you'd figure it out and it'd stick around, Good Lord, this thing is awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's glove.
Oh, it's glove. This is definitely glove. What's amazing is like noticing at certain points when my peripheral vision is almost kind of getting pulled to certain directions. And then with that, it's like knowing that all of it is a mirror image of each other and of itself, or different ways. It seems like sometimes one corner looks slightly different than the other, and then you're like, oh wait, no, it doesn't. That's just an optical illusion. Eyeball illusion.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's literally just like one flat image in the back, like this, spinning,
Those triangles, yeah, that have cut out and mirroring and all, yeah.
And they're spinning in opposite directions.
Half of them are, the other half aren't. But down the middle, they're spreading away from each other, and then on the corners, they're going up towards the corners. Like, it's fun. It's a good one. Beautiful colors too. This is probably like the color selection in and of itself.
No, like this it's going this way, and then the back image is going the other way.
I see what you're saying now too. Oh yeah. Literally, I had an optical illusion book, and that was one of the things that you would do. Is you had a spinning disc, and it would have one image, the other would have the other one, or even you had two discs, and you could just So, oh yeah, sweet, good call. That's even better.
I told you I cracked the code.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. My brain was overcomplicating it and coming up with different technology ways of oh, you could totally use this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's awesome.
I'm telling you, my common sense is pretty impeccable. I always call it common sense.
I would say it's more your intuition.
But
your intuition
it's whatever anyone wants to call it.
What I see it as is it's your intuition is so good that it's just common sense to you at this point. You're able to you can decode things very quickly. And so it's just common sense to you at that point. That's why you decode it because it's such common sense, you know? So yeah, that's cool. You've got really good intuition, and when you trust it, you automatically see the positive repercussions from it, which is good. I like that. What's amazing is you can just stare at the middle, and if you just stay right at the middle, some of it actually just looks like it's literally just doing like it's almost like it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what they would call this one. What?
I would just call it an optical illusion.
Yeah. They have different types of names. I remember my parents.
I know, but
yeah. I had a whole book about all these. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Man, good deal, dude. My mom and dad always best gifts growing up. Always just continuously best gifts, really. Awesome.
You having fun, Ash?
Oh, that's a cup. It's all just a cup. I think Ash is
He is the cup.
He is the cup. Ah. Yeah, buddy. Hour and 22 minutes.
What's up?
1 hour and 22 minutes on this one over here.
I got 13 minutes, 7 seconds on this one over here.
You got two different ones, two different types.
Yeah, this one. Well, it's only running the one.
This one's running two. Like two of them, or just one? That's a different one than this one.
Yes.
I'm saying. Yeah. So you're testing that one. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sweet. Awesome. See which one out of the three does the fastest?
Pretty much, essentially.
Yeah, I like that. Word. Wise choice, my friend. Very much so. Very much so. Alright. good at these two.
They didn't have it. Oh, ja. Eric's gonna give it to you.
What?
Zeeb's disappeared, by the way.
He's hiding. He's a ninja.
He's a ninja?
Oh, yeah. That said, probably take out the trash. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe? Yeah. I'll do it later. If you feel like doing it, feel free. We'll get around to it eventually. So, not necessarily a rush. It's just probably just a good idea. I mean, don't stink necessarily, but I can tell.
We are in the mix, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. That said, about to be doing some laundry, so gonna be clearing this off. Got maybe one more, I got maybe just a couple more pairs of underwear. So it's like, alright. And clothes. Recently did clothes, but it's one of those where it's like, okay. Almost time to actually do some laundry again. Thankfully, still have plenty of extra. Just, it's such a... I'm excited for having a washing machine, or I'm excited for my washing machine working properly, draining enough of the water so as to, and I'm excited for my dryer not, I'm excited for my dryer being so efficient it only has to run once. I'm excited about that, you know?
We just gotta wait till my mom gets a new dryer and washer.
Yeah. I've also got a buddy of mine. He's getting ready to move, and they offered me their washer and dryer. So it's one of those that, again, good to know we have options. good to know there are options here for clean because
I wasn't gonna bring it up until it happened, but
that's good confirmation. Here's the thing what I've noticed helps out with any kind of like not coping, but maybe realizations of manifestations or whatever, is like understanding that there's more than one option and then being okay with any option at that point. And then at that point, whenever the solution comes around, or then it's like, oh, perfect timing. And it's like, oh, sweet. Oh, I didn't even imagine that way. Like, it's always good. It's always good.
yeah, I'm usually always just satisfied with what I got, and whatever happens, happens.
That's a good way to be. And the way...
And Orlando.
The way that you can keep expanding from there is just simply imagine whatever you desire, however you desire it. Like, or just keep imagining even better, and just keep going with the flow, and just be constantly being grateful, constantly being chilled, and constantly being like happy with whatever
I desire will happen in the future.
I imagine like it's already done at this point. We are going with the flow as it is coming to fruition, as it's already done. As if anything, it's just, it's not even a matter of time. It's inevitable. It's done. It's as finished. It's one of those that like it's Like, hey, burn the ships behind us. Like, that's it. Like, that's cool. I like that. I'm sure it's a good one. Whatever it is, keep it to yourself. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. That's super cool. I'm very excited about that. That's one of the best ways to actually get your manifestations going too. Don't tell them about it. Depending on what it is. I said